Getting torn off the opportunity to walk this little girl down the aisle. Contact being cut off for years. The Duchess of Sussex's father with her sister and brother has taken part in a world exclusive to share unseen family videos and an extraordinary message before the coronation day. He has given a number of interviews now, but even in his old age, what motivates him to speak up to the media about his estranged daughter? Decades before Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, met Prince Harry, she'd love to spend her days alongside her now estranged father, Thomas Markle. She was a complete daddy's girl. He would pick her up and take her to set with him. He worked on soap operas, commercials, you name it. Put her in private schools, sacrificed himself.
Her childhood was with me. Every time we had a chance to go somewhere and do something, we would,
he said. Now, the Markles have shared never-before-seen footage showing a beaming Meghan at the center of cheering and bowing high school peers. Long before she was a member of Britain's royal family, Thomas says Meghan was a queen, a homecoming queen. Other family members captured her fishing and dancing with her family. Unfortunately for the once close duo, it's now been made clear that they're no longer on speaking terms. Since Meghan began dating Prince Harry, her dynamic with her dad has continually worsened due to his interaction with the British media. Mr. Markle recounted the distress of losing a daughter he was once so close to. He also hit out at her lack of communication following his devastating stroke last year, which has left him struggling to speak and needing the aid of a walking stick. Despite the health emergency, which was publicized globally, he says he hasn't heard from his daughter. Thomas Markle said he has not heard from his daughter since she wrote a so hateful and so cruel letter to him more than 4 years ago, which he called pretty much a kiss-off. Struggling to speak after a debilitating stroke, Thomas Markle, 78, begged his daughter to reconnect and finally allowed him to see his royal grandkids, Princess Lilibet I and Princess Archie, who turned 4 recently, the day his other grandfather, King Charles III, is coronated. He was originally scheduled to walk Meghan down the aisle at her wedding, but after it emerged he'd made an arrangement with paparazzi, the palace announced he wouldn't be attending. Thomas now says he deeply regrets that. Markle was asked by 7 News Spotlight in the segment about his daughter telling her Netflix docuseries that she lost her dad.
I've lost my father.
And Prince Harry wrote in his memoir Spare that Meghan was mourning the loss of her father.
I knew my way around grief, and there was no mistaking it. This was pure grief.
She killed me and then mourned me, the ailing dad told the Australian news show in what he said was likely his final ever interview. He has said he refuses to be buried by his exiled royal daughter after she repeatedly talked about how she already mourned him. Thomas Markle shared touching videos of him with his daughter as proof that she loved her dad, who was her hero, before suddenly he was thrown out. Thomas admits that he still watches the tapes now and again. Well, we were close all her life. From the 6th grade on, she lived with me, and I got her through high school. I got her through college, he said. Meghan's half-siblings, Samantha Markle and Thomas Markle Jr., also said that they were offended by the estranged royal, claiming she was an only child whose big wish was to have had siblings. In her interview with Oprah, Meghan made out like she was an only child. I'd love to have had siblings. That's why I'm so happy to be pregnant. So Archie has someone, she told Winfrey. Samantha claimed that Meghan denied their existence because she didn't think they were good enough for her new life. When asked if she was surprised that Meghan had told the world that she didn't have siblings, Thomas Jr. said, "No, I just made it a little mark on my board and said, oh, there's another lie." They also accused the Duchess of swapping her regal role for the full-time job of hurting her sickly 78-year-old father and allegedly lying about her life before marrying into the monarchy. Meghan would still be a waitress if it wasn't for their dad, Markle Jr. exclaimed. Markle Sr., who has said he is suffering from a stroke, however, spent most of his time during the segment trying to win back his daughter's affection. He even made a desperate plea for her to make peace with him before it's too late. What do you make of the Markles' beef? Let us know in the comments. Click here to watch a video we think you'll like. Subscribe and click that notification button so you wouldn't miss another update.